Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Hollywood Beats, back at it with another tutorial for y'all. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make West Coast R&B beats. Let's get right into it. All right, y'all. So the first thing I added on this beat was some chords, simple chord progression. I used the E piano from Expand 2, Mark II soft layer E piano. This is what the chords sound like right here. All right, so that was the first thing I added was the chord progression. Simple chords, nothing extra out, something that anybody can do. The next thing I added was a pad. So I copied that same chord progression and I duplicated it, and I picked the pad out of Expand, this big sweeper pad in Expand 2, and this is what the pad sounds like right here. All right. So just something, just to add a little background noise to it, make it more full. So the next thing I added was a bass line. Went ahead and went and Expand again. Same bass line from Expand. So this is the bass line that I use in Expand. This is a synth bass, bright and tight. That's what the name of it is in Expand 2. And this is what the bass line sounds like right here. All right, so that's the bass line that I added from Expand 2. The next thing I added was a lead. Expand again. I use Expand in the whole beat. Sometimes I tend to use the same plugins for the beat. It's just something that I like doing. Instead of me having to go search for different sounds, and I just use the same VST, and find the sounds that I like out of it, and then just go from there. So the next thing I added was this lead. This is a soft lead from Expand 2. This is what the lead sounds like right here. All right, so that's the lead that I added in there. I kept it simple. On this type of beat, you got to leave a lot of room for the artist to add vocals to it. You don't want to add nothing too cluttered, nothing extra in the beat. So I kept it very simple on this beat. I always say that less is more. All right, so the next thing I added was a sound from Arcade. So I needed some type of like background noise. This was a piano, like a piano melody from Arcade that I added. This is what it sounds like right here. All right, so I just added that in there just to add a little extra flavor to it. That way the beat is not too simple. You still got, some type of counter melody in there. So I went ahead and added that. And then what I did with that was I duplicated it, and I had one playing at a regular pitch, and then I pitched one up 12 semitones. So this is how it sound. Once I did that, I duplicated that same pattern from Arcade, and I just had one pitched up and then one pitched at the regular pitch. So this is how it sounds right here all together. All right, so that was what I added from Arcade. It's the same pattern, just pitched up one pitched up higher, one pitched up low. So that's all the melody together. Let me go ahead and play everything together for y'all. Show you how it sounds. So this is how everything sounds together right here. All right, so that's the whole melody together. Once again, less is always more. I kept it simple on this beat. I still wanted to leave room for the artist to add their vocals and all the extra stuff that they gonna do to it. So what I did was, after I did all the melody, I bounced everything out to audio just to save a little bit on CPU. So I bounced everything out to audio and I pitched it up 3 semitones. So this is how everything sound together once I go ahead and bounce everything out and add my pitch it up 3 semitones. This is how everything sounds together right here. All right, so that same pattern, I just went ahead and bounced everything out, pitched it up 3 semitones just to, give it a different vibe to it. The next thing I did was I went right into the drums on this beat. So once again, I kept the drum simple, not adding nothing too crazy to it. So this is the first thing I added from the drums. I added this snap right here, basic snap. All right. So what I did was I went ahead and added that snap. All right. And the next thing I added on this beat was a kick, a simple kick, not nothing too crazy. This is a kick that I use. All right. So that's the kick that I use. Everything sound together like this. All right, so that was the kick that I used on this beat. The next thing I added was a hi-hat. So this is how the hi-hat sounds. All right, so that's the hi-hat that I use on there. This is how everything sound together. All right, so after the hi-hat, I added another hat, an open hat in there. This is how that sound right here. All right, so that's the open hat that I use. All right, and then the next thing I added for the drums was an 808. That was the last thing I added actually. So this is the 808 pattern that I use. Spins 808. All right, so that's the 808 pattern that I use right here. This is how everything sound together. All right, y'all, that's it for this beat. That was all the sounds that I used, all the melodies that I added. Once again, it was a simple beat. If you like this beat, go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications to be notified for when I drop new content. Let me go ahead and play the full beat for y'all. We're going to get right into that. This is a full beat right here. All right, y'all. So that was the full beat right there. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, leave a comment on this video. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'll be back with more content like this. Give me any suggestions if y'all want to see anything particular from me. I'll be back with more content. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.